All right, welcome everybody to a opportunity overview call for Prime My Body. My name is Sarah Haywood, and I am an affiliate and lover of not only these amazing products, but this company and the culture that we're all building together. So I just want to give you a warm welcome if you're a guest tonight, and let you know that we're here, or somebody invited you here because they really care about you and they are excited, and we are excited to share a ground floor opportunity that really is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I've been an entrepreneur for, what feels like 20 years, since I was about 12. I got really good at just making my way, doing the things I love, and figuring out how I can enjoy my life by continuing to create abundance in a flow and in a way that feels good, working with people that I love, people who love me, and also being where I want, when I want, and just working how I want. So that's something that this company and opportunity has provided for me. And we have a special guest today, the co-founder, Austin Tice, who is actually an affiliate building this business exactly like I am, and probably you might be too, just like the affiliate who invited you to this call tonight. So he's going to help me with the presentation this evening, and he's a black diamond in the company, which means absolutely nothing to you probably at this point. But what that means is he's hit the highest rank in the company that you can possibly hit. So we're excited to have him on this evening and sharing a little bit about what we're doing and what we're building and how you can get involved. So I'll go ahead and pull up the presentation. Oops. Okay. All right. So, can everybody, oops, looks like somebody else is in speaker view right now. Can you guys see me, or are you seeing somebody else? Oh wait, I can't see anybody but that other person. Hold on.
We see you, Sarah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So this is the company, Prime My Body. We're essentially a health and wellness-based company, really aiming to become the global name brand of hemp. And we've got some really amazing products that we're excited to share with you this evening. Essentially, part of the reason that we're also excited is the timing of this market and where it's going. And can everybody just mute out? I can't see anybody anymore, so I can't see who's not muted. Sorry. Okay, awesome. So essentially, the CBD market, the hemp market, last year in the United States was a $600 million market. And our company accounted for about 10% of that. It was a $50 million last year that we did in CBD and hemp. And what's really exciting about that is that this industry is projected to grow about 40x. It's projected to go from a $600 million industry to a $22 billion industry over the next 20 months. Oh man, sorry, I got all my screen sharing. I can't mute people. Okay, there we go. So essentially what we're really excited about and why we're sharing this opportunity with you is because if we could maintain 10% of this $22 million market, that would put us at a $2.2 billion company. And what's really exciting about that is the way that this compensation plan works, the way that this business works, is that Paul, our CEO, actually pays out 50% to the affiliates. So, I'm really excited about changing the world, helping people, helping the planet, creating a new paradigm, creating connections, and weaving cultures and community together. And this is really the perfect opportunity to do so as we create a global brand, but we're also helping people, we're educating people, and really the bottom line is everybody's going to start consuming hemp. And the question is, where are they going to be getting it from? Is it a a reliable, clean, sustainable source? And are you going to be able to capitalize on that opportunity? So I'd love to bring Austin up and have him share a little bit about our CEO, Paul Rogers. This is who he sold his company to, who he sold his brand to. So Austin, Black Diamond, co-founder of Prime My Body, I'll hand it over to you.
Hey, Sarah. Thanks for having me on. I hope you can see me now. I just landed in Hawaii. I'm here for the next couple of days, meeting tomorrow, and then heading from here to Boulder next week to have some meetings out there in the Denver area and then Boulder, of course. But I think it's important as you evaluate what's happening in the hemp industry to take into consideration just the enormity of what's happening here. It may seem like common sense that some of the extracts from the cannabis plant should be legal, but for most of our lifetimes they haven't. It hasn't been so common, and that is important to recognize because as you're unraveling and ushering in something into not only the realm of legality, but also the streamline of consciousness of a collective people that defines a culture and helps to create it, that comes with some really unique challenges. And over the last few years, as we've introduced hemp, specifically not just hemp seeds, that's on a 1 to 10 scale, a 1 or 2 as far as difficulty is concerned. People look at it as a protein or something that's rich in omegas, no big deal. But when you start talking about different cannabinoids like CBD and CBG and sprinkling in terpenes, things that are really impacting physiological state of someone's being, talking about emotional recalibration, discussing mental health, physical health. I would even go as far to say bring value to people spiritually. These are significant conversations that are now being had around what this plan is doing for people. And the reason that's important to mention as I introduce Paul is because this is a guy that's, built many companies, specifically inside of the affiliate marketing industry. And so having built and had success as a businessman, but in addition to that, taken something that's very small and grown it to something, in my opinion, as big, 70 or 80 million a month, over $500 million a year, done it in more than just one country, United States, check, all throughout Europe, big check mark, all throughout Latin America, the Middle East, Asia. Paul's done those things. And so it's important to me to know that as we're building a company, as partners of Prime My Body, not only can we be taken care of as a consumer with a super high-end sexiness, very well researched, data-driven products that we consume here, but it's also really, really exciting to know that if I share them with people and I decide to build a business, that someone like Paul's navigating the ship, and my effort is not going to be a short-term thing. It's going to be around for a long time. So yeah, Paul's a great guy. The next slide's the rest of the management team Paul's put together. Some of these guys are my best friends in life. Chris Fleck oversees all of our content, our writing, our social media. Just a really great friend of mine. We've been best friends for, about 10 years. I don't know if when you get older, you quit using the word best friend, but I don't. I'm 34 and I still think it's cool. So he's someone I'm proud to call a friend. That's what that means. He's got a big heart as far as business is concerned, works really hard. Yuling, Jen, James, all of the things I would never in my life want to do. Maybe I would do customer service, but programming, software engineering, all that kind of stuff, I do not have any interest in, and they're wonderful at it. We're moving into some different international markets now, Japan and Mexico being one of them. Kaz Takara oversees our Japan operations. He's our GM. Buddy Byington, our COO, focusing on a lot happening in the United States, particularly as it pertains to product development. Brian, he's my boy. We go back about 22 years. He and I founded the company together way back when. And he makes sure we look really pretty. Also our chief marketing officer. And then last but certainly not least, our VP of everything, or in other words, our executive vice president, Miss Mary Mix. Rounding off, not just the executive team, but an extension of that is our medical advisory team led by our chief medical advisor, Dr. Cheng Ron, who runs the largest integrative medicine clinic in the United States, which is profound to say the very least. He is absolutely the future of how people are going to take care of themselves. This isn't a situation where people walk into his clinic, they're given a pill without having discussed, maybe what created the symptom that brought them into the clinic in the first place. This is a guy that's about plants, roots, herbs, lifestyle adjustments, and seeing what we can do to reverse engineer the symptom that brought them into the clinic to help to address the core problem in the first place, and really showing people how they can find healing and be empowered by the fact that we've been designed by our creator to heal ourselves. And that's one of the reasons, alongside many others, that he is now running the largest integrative medicine clinic in the country. Of course, if you're curious to know what integrative medicine is, the Cleveland Clinic is integrative medicine. They sit number 2 to Dr. Ron's number 1 as far as size is concerned, with clinics that take insurance. Rounding out the rest of the medical team is Dr. Mehta, pretty world-renowned spinal surgeon. People are flying all around the country to see him and work with him, and also does some pretty progressive stem cell therapy work. And then Dr. Crystal Long, Dr. Long overseeing all of the introductions that we're doing as we bring different hemp products into our pet line. And then Sarah, I'll hand it over to you to talk a little bit about, what really has made Prime My Body kind of popular. People are really excited about hemp. They're really excited about how it can help them mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. And for us, our brand really took off when we dove into CBD, and now marrying that with CBG and a lot of different terpenes in a big time way so that we could activate this master switch in the body. And obviously, this just as well as anybody. So pretty cool what's going on, and really happy to have the team we have around us to help support our customers and all of our customers that are sharing this with people to earn income as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Austin. So essentially, the endocannabinoid system is, can you guys see me? Just checking. I can't see anything but the screen share.
Yes,
okay,
cool. We can see you.
Essentially, what I find really fascinating about this endocannabinoid system, not only is it really new to all of us, it wasn't discovered until 1992 in Israel by a guy named Raphael Meshulam, where he also discovered the different compounds in the hemp plant. But I built a business for about 8 months before I even knew what the endocannabinoid system was. And then when I found out, it just clicked. I saw why it was helping so many different people with so many different things, which is a great time to say that we don't make any claims that this cures, treats, or heals anything. We're a dietary supplement. However, the magic of the endocannabinoid system and implementing CBD, particularly from hemp in the body, what it does, it activates these receptors. We have receptors all throughout our body and our brain, the most in our gut and our uterus for women, but really all throughout our body we have these receptors, so that when we take this oil, what happens is it hits these receptors and it actually cues the body to start creating its own cannabinoids. So it's a really amazing thing. And what happens is, what the system does is it regulates all other systems in the body. So really the magic and what we found of CBD and CBG, especially together, when you introduce them into the body, and the way that you take them in our oil is sublingually through these little liposomes, these nanoparticles, essentially, nano just being a size. The moment that it touches your tongue and the capillaries in your mouth, it actually, the particles are so small, the liposomes, they can actually, the body identifies it as a cell. So they pass through the capillaries in the mouth, it goes directly into the blood and past the blood-brain barrier so that it can activate the brain, and then also hit these receptors throughout your body without having to go through the GI tract, which that's the really magical part about it is, and unique thing about our particular product is it's not getting lost, in the digestive tract. The body isn't having to break it all down, and it's not having to go through to get absorbed. It's getting absorbed instantaneously. So our flagship product, Recept, it's a broad spectrum hemp extract that also has 7 different terpenes and also CBG. This is by far, our flagship product. I've built an amazing business from it. And some of the things that are really highlights and features about it is, it's natural. It's from nature. It's from the hemp plant, which is so amazing. And if you don't know about the history of hemp or why it's been illegal or why we don't know about it, I really invite you and empower you to do a little bit of research. And that's part of what we're really passionate about here, is really empowering people to employ power from within, to really take the power and the money and your health back into your own hands so that you can really create balance in your own life. And, this is sustainable. This is natural. This is coming from the earth, but it's also proven with science, which I love so much. I'm such a science geek. And for me, I really want to be able to experience something, but also know that it's clean, that it's pure, that it's potent, and it's the best out there. So something that's really unique about our company is we have a proprietary blend. You're not going to find this blend anywhere else. It's organically grown and sourced in the US. There's no THC, which is the psychoactive compound of the hemp plant that gets you high. So you're not going to get high from our product. There's no dairy, gluten, soy. We have 7 active terpenes and CBG that create something called the entourage effect in the body, which essentially is like a symphony, that it's just allowing everything to work really beautifully together and you get maximum benefit. And then there's peppermint extract oil for flavoring, manufactured in a kosher and halal facility, and it's in a glass dropper for accurate delivery. I'm not going to go too deeply into this chart, but essentially what it shows and reveals is all of the features that we have: liposomal, nanoparticle, CBD, CBG, these 7 terpenes, no THC, and no sweetener. These are essentially the other ones that are popular on the market. And as you can see, we've got all green. And some of these, they all have CBD, but it's the only thing that they all have. So it's a great chart to show people when they say, oh, I take Charlotte's Web, or I take CBD oil plus. Well, how is it getting delivered into the body? How much is your body actually using? Because that's actually the most important part. Well, there's a lot of really important parts, but for us, that's really what makes us unique and why we stand out above the rest. I'm not going to go too deeply into the rest of the products. I'm going to touch really briefly on them, but Knox is an amazing product that we just launched the sample packs about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. And actually until tomorrow night, there's a pre-sale on this bottle that's going to be shipping out in about 5 minutes. It's really, I'll just mute someone. That's really amazing. And what it is it's nitric oxide and CBD. It's a serum that you combine together. We're the only people in the market to have it. And essentially, nitric oxide is naturally occurring in the body, but because of aging and stress and poor diet, all of these things, we actually don't produce as much the older that we get. So what this allows us to do is it brings blood flow and circulation to the skin, allowing the skin to look really beautiful. And what it does is it actually removes toxins and pathogens from the skin tissue. So it's cumulative. And there's a lot of people that get microneedling or all of these different things that they're spending so much money on, when we have something that you don't have to, it's a high cost product, but it's definitely the only one out there. There's different companies like Lancome and Clinique who've been looking at using nitric oxide in their skincare for years. And we're actually the first and only company to be able to stabilize the molecule to use it in our product. So there's been some really amazing benefits. These are some of the affiliates. I personally know all of these people, and you can see for yourself, if you can see closely on the screen, that the proof is in the pudding, or in the picture, should I say. It really supports, the blood flow, the pigmentation, the complexion. We've heard and obviously seen some really amazing stories. And again, this product's only been in sample packs for the last 2 months. So until tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, there's a huge sale going on. And it's the only time that this product will ever be discounted. So talk to the person who invited you to this call if you're wanting to get in on that. And then this is a hemp-infused moisturizer that we have. It's abundant in CBD, vitamin D. It smells, it's got a light fragrance, so it's not too flowery or floral for men. They like it as well. But what it does is it stimulates the collagen. And honestly, CBD, I'll put it anywhere on my body, especially my face. So it's a really great product. And then our newest product is Body Therapy. It's 1,000 milligrams of industrial strength CBD, and it's for the joints. It's people have been requesting, even though we have something that goes directly into the bloodstream and works better than anything else on the market, people were really requesting to rub something in. They, when they've got the tennis elbow or whatever it is, they're really wanting to rub it in. So Austin, do you have anything that you want to share about this Body Therapy, since you've been working out so much lately?
Sarah, you're funny. Oh my God, that's the funniest thing I've heard all day.
You've been on an airplane. You haven't talked to anybody.
A lot of funny stuff happens on airplanes. It really does. Don't discount funny on the airplane. Yeah, I have been working out. Thank you, Sarah, for the shout out. But I've also been playing quite a bit of tennis, and let me tell you, my shoulder and like my forearm and wrist has just been at times really sore, and it ceases. I mean, it's incredible. It amazes me. I put it on, and literally within a minute or two, like any dull, achy pain, it's gone. Obviously, that's not going to happen for everybody, but it's certainly working well for me. And it's become one of my favorite go-to products. I'm traveling with it, and that's the sign. The ultimate sign is that if you travel with something and you're not forgetting to bring it with you when you go somewhere, then it's really good. And so you don't have to be an athlete to need to use this. Even being on an airplane, being in a car, sitting in traffic, sometimes your back tightens up, whatever. Being exposed to different levels of EMF, whether it be, you live in an apartment building and everybody's got Wi-Fi set up. Sometimes that can create a tension headache, even with what's happening, with 5G putting up in all of our cities. We're just exposed with so much that even just a little bit here and a little bit there, it adds up, and our bodies are under a lot of stress. For me, the reason I say that, when my body's under stress, sometimes my psoas gets tight. My body just gets into this constricted, tight, like protect itself kind of mode. And these types of things really, 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 really help. Meaning the Recept that Sarah walked you through, as well as the Body Therapy, just to help me to relax into my body, into my space, and kind of into the moment. And they're things that I really, really enjoy.
Thanks, Austin. And then we've got this amazing pet oil. So just like humans, animals also, not only mammals, I've learned actually reptiles have an endocannabinoid system as well. Insects don't, but reptiles do. So if you've got a lizard or turtle friend, you can feed them CBD. And it works in the same way it works for humans. It's essentially balancing out the body. So it helps with joint health, mobility, aging wellness, reduction of inflammation markers, stress, nausea. Especially I know Austin's family and also my family had, and most families I'm sure, have the experience of during fireworks season, New Year's and 4th of July, pets getting super anxious around fireworks or thunderstorms. So this is a really great tool to have on hand. And not only does it have CBD, but it's a full health blend with other superfoods that are really great for animals as well. And then last, and certainly not least, actually first of our company's products, is the Prime Superfood Protein Powder Chocolate Love, which is Austin and Brian's superfood baby. And they created this initially as the only product that Prime had at the beginning. And they really wanted to create something that was delicious, vegan, tasty, that you could put in a glass of water, mix it up, and drink it, and it would taste delicious. And it absolutely does. So vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free, soy-free, GMO-free, nothing artificial, and low glycemic. It is sweetened with a little bit of coconut sugar and stevia. So just jumping from those products into the business opportunity, and there's so many things I could say about this, but really it's about sharing. It's really about loving people and knowing, like I said, that everybody on the planet is going to be using hemp soon. Well, okay, probably not everybody, but a lot of people on the planet are going to be using hemp. And the question is, who are they going to get it from? So this is something that you can do sometimes part-time or full-time. And really it's about getting compensated for you sharing it. So the question is, how can we serve you? You know, if you want to become a customer, talk to the person who invited you to this call, let them know what products you're interested in. It's super easy to get set up as a customer. But if you're interested in becoming an affiliate and using our products and sharing them and getting compensated from it, that's also super easy. So to become an affiliate, it's $39 a year, and you get so much for that $39. I always joke, I've been paying for Squarespace for 3 years, $317 on my credit card every year, and I've never done anything with it. I've never had time to set anything up. And with this, the moment you enroll, your site is live. You can start getting customers and affiliates. So it's $39. You get your own website. You have your own back office that tracks all of your sales, all of your commissions, but also has training videos and all of the tools and resources that you need to build a business here. And then you get all of our products at not only a discounted price, but wholesale price. The bigger packages that you buy, the less that you get them for, kind of like a Costco model. You know, you buy something in bulk and you get it at a better price. And then there's 8 different ways that you can be compensated by joining us as an affiliate. After you join the company, you would purchase a package to get active, and those packages run from anywhere about $267, $300 with tax and shipping, to about $1,500. And what's really amazing about this is, if you're going to do a business, you need product for yourself and your family, and to start selling and sharing with people. But it's really about, what do you want to do here? You know, maybe you don't know, and maybe you just want to try the products and see how it goes, organically share them. Maybe you're really clear that you want to build something significant and you want to have product on hand to be able to do that. So ranging, you know, from anywhere from 300 to 1,500, there's a place for everybody here at the table. Essentially, I'd love to maybe hand it over to Austin to share a little bit about the FBR and some of the ways that we get paid, so I don't take over the whole presentation. And yeah, I'll let him touch on the first and one of my favorite ways that we get paid.
All right, I'm back. I was answering some questions in the chat room there.
Good work.
Yeah, no, I'm working hard over here. Someone asked if the body therapy was full spectrum. The answer is no, it is not. It is 1,000 milligrams of CBD and 1 million milligrams of love. So it works very well. As far as how this works, though, you know, everyone that uses our products as a customer, I would say, just thinking forward, there's customers, and then there's customers with benefits, customers that have the ability to share with other people, friends, family, someone they meet randomly at a movie or a concert, whatever, something that they like. And if they do that, they're able to get compensated. Now, some of those people buy just products one time. Some of them buy them regularly. Some of them decide for themselves they want to buy a lot of product because they want to go get customers too and make money. The slide you're looking at is an example of what it might look like if someone that you shared this with decided that they wanted to not just be a customer, but someone that shared this with other people to earn income. Now, if they were to buy a bulk package, the first time they do that, you earn a 25% commission. That's what that middle category is you're looking at. So, for example, you know, if someone purchases one of our larger packs, you're going to get a 25% commission. If you're curious to know how much the pack would cost, take any one of those numbers, times them by 4. That's what the pack costs, because you're getting 25% of that paid out. What I really think is important you hold on to, though, in this slide is that far right category, which is RP, just rewards points. And what those rewards points represent are points that you are given anytime someone purchases products that you've introduced to Prime My Body, or someone within a network that you've built. introduces to Prime My Body that makes a purchase for themselves. Our rewards plan, Sarah, you can jump to the next slide, is unique to us, but the fact that, people are earning points and able to use those points to create some sort of, value for them, that's not unique to us. So many companies do that. Chipotle has an app. You go in there, you make purchases, you get points. You're able to accrue points to get a free, $10 Chipotle bowl. I fly on Hawaiian Airlines. I fly on United Airlines. I fly on China Airlines. And every single time I fly on those airlines, I earn points. Each one of those airlines has a different rewards program, which allows me to do different things with those points. The most common assumption is that I would use those points to purchase a flight. But maybe the not so common assumption would be, well, maybe I can use them to purchase things in a catalog that they have. So like United Airlines actually has a catalog. I open it up, I can buy Bose speakers, I can buy an iPhone, I can buy a Mac computer, I can buy a vacation. So I can do lots of stuff. I can get American Express gift cards. I can get everything but cash, right? Ours is opposite. We let you earn cash with the points you earn from the products that are purchased from people that you introduce and from the people within the network, should you choose to build one, introduces, and then you can decide what you do with that cash. The way our program is set up is that you build a team, and you build a team with a left side and a right side. You can call it your left team, your right team, or one team that has a left side and a right side. It really doesn't matter. But there you are at the top. And if you were to introduce this to someone who wants to build a business, you'll place them on your left side, right? And let's say you introduce this to a second person, you'll place them on your right side. So every single time that at least 200 points are accrued on both sides, it cycles out and you earn $20. Well, Austin, how do I earn points? I'll reiterate. When someone purchases product, you earn points. So it's pretty simple. If someone spends $100, you get 50 points. If someone spends $1,000, you get 500 points. Now, there's some pretty easy qualifications that we put in place that are not get difficult to obtain, that once you obtain them on that same $100 purchase, you would get 80 points. On that same $1,000 purchase, as an example, you would earn 800 points. The bottom line is that when people purchase product on your team, you earn rewards points. And every time you have at least 200 points on both of your teams, just like Tetris, if you've ever played it, it cycles out and it gives you a $20 bill. 10% of 200, $20. That's what we pay out. So the minimum amount you can earn here is $20 in a week. The maximum amount you can earn is $75,000. There are no guarantees of income. This is a business if you choose to build it. And the fact of the matter is that it's not for me to judge whether $20 is a lot or a little, or $75,000 is a lot or a little to you. We're all in different places within our financial journey in our life, but it is my job to let you know that that's what's possible. That's what the minimum is. That's what the max is. A couple things to point out that people ask on this that I think are really important is, hey, welcome. Glad to have you. A couple things to point
I
out
didn't know.
is,
Sorry.
it's okay. We love you, man. Thanks for being on. Is if you begin to have your team grow in other places outside of your town or your city or your state or your country, then those people still remain on your team and you still earn those points, which is really cool. So like, I'm here in Hawaii, just got here. I have some friends that I went to school with here at the University of Hawaii that they're from Japan. So they get signed up. Well, when they purchase in Japan, do I earn those points if I'm here in America? Hell yeah. That's what's really cool about this. So building a business here is seamless. It doesn't matter where someone's located. If they're living in a place where we're doing business, you earn points. And then at that point, balancing both those teams out allows you to earn income, which is really cool. The next slide is designed for brand new affiliates, which might be you after this phone call. It could be you on this phone call, just wanting to learn a little bit more. It allows the affiliates that produce the most points within their first month, the top 10 as a matter of fact, to earn a $500 bonus. The next slide is just sort of highlighting some of the rank advancing features that are within our model, which are pretty cool. They have a lot of different features that are attached to them. The person that invited you out will go over them with you. We have a number of different ways that you can be compensated. We'll put a pin in it though for today. What's most important is that you see the base of how it is you build a business. It's really simple. If you like something, you're going to share it. And we want to make that process is just easy. You know, if you like it, you share it. They want to become a customer, you earn some extra income. If you really want to batten down the hatches and build a serious business, then within our rewards plan, we show you how to do that. You can build a team and network showing other people how to gather customers, and you can define what success looks like for yourself beyond that. We support you with a lot of different systems. We pay you every single week if you've triggered a check for yourself. You can get paid on a Visa debit card or a check. We're getting ready to roll out direct deposit here, hopefully pretty soon. And we have a number of different support systems. This call that you're on right now is a great example of that. In addition to the fact that we have training set up in the back office, a beautiful app that helps you to generate leads, educate people that want to know more about specific products, how our business works. And then as well, in addition to, or as well as leadership calls, training calls, and translations with everything that we're doing too. So lots of stuff to help you build a business if that's something that you're looking to do. So, hey man, thanks again for saying hello. But anyways, I'll hand it over to Sarah to wrap up, and she can sort of just kind of put a really nice bow on things for right now.
They cook everything in olive oil.
You always
Hey man, glad to have you on again. This guy is killing it right now. But I'll say this as we wrap up. It's a really special time in our world, really. You know, so many people are, you know, banging and sounding the alarm for so many negative things that are happening. But man, I see so many positive things that are happening too. What's happening with hemp is one of those really beautifully positive things, and how it's going to, and already is, influencing people's well-being is so inspiring. But I also love the fact that this is a free market that we live in, and companies like ours are allowing people like us to get involved in it and position ourselves in a way to capitalize and win financially from the growth that's taken place. So y'all are in great hands with Sarah. She's building one hell of a business all around the United States, all over the world. And Sarah, I appreciate you having me on today.
Thanks, Austin, for taking time to share with everyone here. Thanks so much for being here. So essentially, now's the time. You know, it's every network marketing company or affiliate marketing company essentially has 4 stages: the launch, concentration, momentum, and stability. And if you were here at the beginning, and if you weren't, even better, because it was rough. But you're coming in at the perfect time, because we've laid an incredible foundation. We have amazing leadership, new products, international expansion, about to launch a token that's going to open up to a whole new market, and really just before we catch that first big wave. And so not only is it the time with our company, but also in the hemp industry. So, you know, essentially the last thing we like to ask people is, how do you see yourself getting started? You know, maybe it's just as a customer, but I would really stay open to having this in your life in some way, shape, or form, and building a business, even if it's organically, because it's a really, really incredible opportunity full of heart-centered, spirit-driven people who really want to help shift not only their own lives, but the world. So we'd love to have you. If you have any questions, please get back to the person who invited you to this call. Sorry, trying to mute everybody. Okay. So yeah, if you have any questions, just get back to the person who invited you here. We're so grateful that you took time to check out what we're doing, and hopefully we'll get to see you soon. So have a really great night, everyone, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Yay!
Hold on, I have to stop the recording.